Subscribe now. EU Debates.
Thank you very much. I think many things have been said by my colleagues. It is very clear to us that have worked on this resolution together that there are systemic threats to the rule of law and democracy in Hungary. And as there are not on 1, 2, 3, 4 areas, on all of them. And when we point that out, either just, as my colleague from EPP said, they point to situations in other countries that are, surely, there might be problems, there are incidents here and there, but they are not systemic in this sense. And I think that's important. Or another argument they say, it's democracy. Fidesz was voted in, so be my guest, and you do whatever you want. But that is not a view of democracy that is valid. You cannot do away with fundamental right, with freedom of media, with the independence of the judiciary, and rights that are enshrined either in European or other international law. That's not the way we do things. That's not a way we can accept. And finally, I must say also, what the Commission and Council does less well, I think the Parliament is doing a very, very good job in defending democracy and rule of law and fundamental rights. Because in the end, the deterioration of rule of law and democracy in Hungary, it hits people. It's people that are suffering. We met people when we have been there. All of us here are in contact with people fighting for democracy and fundamental rights in Hungary. The LGBTI community is under attack. Can you imagine? You equal LGBTI people with pedophiles. If you have that as your ideology and your speech, can you imagine the hate that is raising? Same thing with migrants, the kind of racist speech that is coming out, as was referred to by my Renew colleague, with inferior and superior races. And this is, so it is actual people, it's actual bodies that is suffering under this attack that the Fidesz regime has done on democracy and rule of law and fundamental rights. And we are here to say to them also that we stand with you. We will stand and we will fight for democracy, rule of law and fundamental rights in Hungary, together as we do things. Thank you.
Well, thank you all very much for your statements and for keeping them short. It's much appreciated.